I knew that was coming.
All right.
Good to be here.
That's right.
And I'd like to say that there's been a good foundation laid.
That's right.
Well, I see at least one new person here, so I'll start from the start.
All right.
As it's been said before, Yahweh is spirit, and he chose to manifest himself in a cloud. Please find that there's no particular shape and form of Yahweh in pure spirit, excepting these 9 major attributes of wisdom, intelligence, knowledge, love, beauty, justice, foundation, power, and strength. And he created eternity because it was the only thing big enough for him to abide in. And he moved into a super incorporeal shape and form, wearing the attributes of wisdom, intelligence flanked by wisdom and knowledge, beauty flanked by love and justice, foundation flanked by power and strength, and he is the archetype pattern of the universe.
There you go.
And went into this intangible tabernacle, and there's, well, since everything's Yahweh still in here, but the veils are in place.
Yes.
And he stepped into the creation, starting with cosmogony, or the forming of the first Adam, going into chaosis and the 6 days of creation, which is allegorical to the creation. Let me get warmed up here. He put on a coat of flesh known as Adam.
Yes.
And Yahweh breathed the breath of life into Adam's nostrils. And what is it, Genesis 1:26, well, in them, and he called their name Adam, meaning that Eve was in Adam at that time. And here is the Adam was immersed in spiritual immersion, in a deep sleep. A deep sleep fell over Adam, and Eve was drawn out of him.
Right.
And okay, and here Adam called Eve the mother of all living. And if Adam was stupid, he wouldn't know that all this was going to happen. And Eve was believed and Adam wasn't.
Right.
And he followed his bride into she followed him when they were not cast out, not driven out, but led out of the garden. Creation. And something that's really great is that here, okay, I'm going to go real quick here.
Go ahead.
That every manifestation on this earth plane is Yahweh.
That's right.
And if that wasn't so, Noah wouldn't have known to sacrifice the lamb here when they landed on Mount Ararat, or planted the garden in Mount Ararat. And Isaac, if he wasn't Yahweh, he would have known the manner in which to slay or to offer up Isaac, and then later on slay the lamb. Oh, I'm sorry, Abraham. And then later on slay the lamb. And And the pattern falls all the way down. And there's only an ascending and a descending pattern until you hit here. And then it should, since we're in the transmit kingdom age, once you're resurrected with Yahweh, then you don't have to go through those little trips, head trips of ups and downs and those kind of on the waves of turmoil. And something I've learned is that everybody says, well, you have to put yourself to death all the time, and it's not an unrighteous death. You have to, Yahweh in you has to love yourself to put yourself to death for your own good.
That is right.
That's good.
And because if he didn't love you, which is not true, he wouldn't have brought you here. And you wouldn't know anything about any of this.
That's right.
And because he loves the creation, because he is the creation, that's why we're here and we're learning and we're being that seed. Because we're not the only ones that we're the burden is on our head.
Yeah.
To go and go out and tell the world, or tell the world about Yahweh. And what's really, really hard is when you're trying to explain Yahweh to someone and you start with the basics or the common things that they can understand, like these attributes. And don't let me fool you, these aren't the only attributes. I mean, there's all these too. There's mercy, glory. He's the source and the substance. He's the limits and the bounds of everything. But this is the most common and simple way to understand. And even when you start with that, it's sometimes hard because either you're not ready to teach or they're not ready to understand yet. There's a time everything, I mean, Yahweh may not be revealed to the person you want it to be, want to reveal yourself unto.
That's right.
But he comes in right on time.
That's right.
Right at the exact precise moment it was supposed to. That person was supposed to know Yahweh. And something I also have to come to is that not everybody is of Yahweh, and people you feel that you can trust or that you see that spark in them. That can also be a deception to lead you astray. And I'm trying to link this up to the scripture lesson. It's kind of hard. I find that, I know that I'm not the only person that has this because we are such a close-knit group, that you have to be careful about what you ask for because you just might get it. And it might not be how you want it to be. And that's something that I'm really struggling with because it's like I figure that I'm talking to him. It's like since I am Yahweh, I feel that other Yah part of me should be with me, you know. And it's something I have to come to is that I am imperfection alone and by myself, and that I don't need anybody on their little head trips, not knowing the gospel to pull me down. And
That's great.
I'm not going to cry this time.
Right.
Okay. Something that I find really comforting is that in every human manifestation there's male and female hormones in every single manifestation. So that should, in itself should tell you something that you are complete. You are both masculine and feminine in one embodiment.
That's right.
Alone and by yourself.
That's right.
And that that you have to know that even if you lust after something in righteousness, that's still a pitfall. If you lust for that spark of righteousness that you see in someone to be brought into Yahweh, and it's not time yet, that's a downfall, because you'll keep butting your head up against a brick wall. Yahweh is spirit, and you must worship him in spirit and in truth. And and before you can be really truthful unto this gospel, you have to be truthful unto yourself.
That's right.
Right.
Because you are this gospel.
That's right.
You have to inwardly manifest it first.
Right.
I still can't get over that. This has been in my heart and mind for the longest. I can't even remember when I first thought of it. It just kind of grew on me. Maybe some one as you and I are one. And I see all that turmoil out there. I see all these reports about presidential candidates and Jim and Tammy Baker and they can't get it together. They can't get their story straight, you know. And I mean, you come here and you hear the same thing over and over again, and each time someone drives it out a little bit more for you, just to make you come to a little bit more of an understanding, just so you can grow in it. And it's never like, well, that speaker didn't say that, or contradicted that speaker. It's never like that. We're all one with this gospel. And I guess that's all I have to say. But it's glad to be here.
Yeah.
And I love you all very much.
Thank you.